Hi friends, welcome to Testing Tutorials Boy. This is Lokesh, and today we are going to discussing about background in Cucumber. How we can able to use how to use for background into our Cucumber framework. In this session, we are going to discussing about what is background and why to use background, when to use background, and how to create and use the background for demo. In this video, we are going to see. Okay, and this video I will explain you new feature file creation, and there I can able to explain you one by one, step by step. Okay, this is basically a background is nothing but a step or group of steps that are common to all the scenario in a feature file. Means one feature file, what are the group of steps are common that are we are going to dividing for that into a group, and we are going to use for in the background. It is defined once in a feature and run before every scenario for a feature. Why to use background means to avoid in the repeating common code. And if you see here, if you are coming like this, in case if this browser opening places are presented, in case browser open and user login page is present all the scenarios, then it is a duplicate. Then reducing purpose we are going to use for background. Okay, for better readability and maintenance, unlike hooks, background is visible to the readers from the future file. Means if you see the previous video, there is a hook concepts. In that hooks, we are it is not displaying for the users and a feature file, right? The output it is not displaying, and if you are using the background, it will display into that report, and users can able to see that what exactly the background they are using. Okay, when to use means whenever there are common repeating steps in a future file, then we can able to use background. When you want a common step to be visible to the other readers, then we can able to use for background. Okay, now here there is a how we can able to create means first we can able to create new or existing feature file. Now I'm going to create for new, and here I need to do for some folder creation, other folder, background, and inside that I'm going to create for one feature file, background demo dot feature. Okay, in this in the commas and all I'm removing. Okay, now here a simple example I'm going for org hrm application. This is the URL. This is a demo application. It is presented. Anybody can able to use this URL, and here I'm going to creating for login page. Okay, in this login page purpose I'm going to create, and here I'm going to do for this I will remove. I'll keep this is the same and nothing changing, and here I'm going to use login orhm user is in browser, and here I'm going to use for here should be enter username and password, and user should click login button, then validate, verify, home page origin. Okay, now this is my future file. Okay, now for steps purpose I'm going to create here. There is a class for steps. Okay, and background steps, and for I need to create a runner class. Run background, and I'm taking for already defined steps like these all the things into here. Okay, now here I will change for only for the future file property. I'll go and take the path. Okay, now my future file and steps are ready. Just I'll run and I'll check whether it is working or not. In case if it is not working, then we need to create for steps, right? Just now we created, but we are not done for steps creation for that particular steps, correct? For that I'm running now, and it will give some steps missing and all, and then we need to implement those steps. And you can able to see pretty formats, and here we need to write for these steps, and I'm going to copy the TS here, and I'll copy paste this one, background steps plus I'll copy paste it. Next two is there. Okay, and I copy pasted in here, and this case is and symbol. Now it is coming when, then I'm changing for that also. I'm going to top, and I'm changing this one into a star symbol. Okay, now mine is end, and also I'm going to add for step like open browser, user enter username and password. I'm not doing for implementation. I'm going to show you the just for like message openings and all, and based upon that you can able to execute in your local that code and all written and can able to run. Click login button, and final one, verified homepage. Now my runner class also ready, and if you run this one it will execute. Now you can see the it is passed now, correct? Now my steps are completed up to here, and now I need to create for background section and add the common steps. Okay, and here see in this feature file I'm going to use one background here. In this background, I'm going to use the common steps. Opening browser, enter, and these all the things it is required to the same. I'm going to use here. Okay, now another scenario is presented, that is tag 2. Then I'll remove for these all the things and I'll say here then condition. Then I'll use for dashboard, and here I can able to say removing these all the things, and I can say that storage. Okay, this I'm going to use, and I'm going to do for pretty format. My pretty format is there. Then again, if I'm running, it will show you a few steps are missing. Then we have to implement for steps. And if you run, and you will get again 4 tiers, and there you need to get it for one scenario is failed, and you can able to see there is one method is missing. Two methods, but it is in the first method only it is failed, and we are going to change for that, and we can able to use it. Okay, now I'm going to add this step into steps place. Verified dashboard, and one more time I'll run, and I will get for another one, which is second case is failure, right? For that, and here one case is passed, second case is failed here because second step also not implemented. And I'm just copy pasting in a step place. Verified. Now all the steps are ready. Now if I'm going to run, it will execute into one time into the future file and each scenario time. Okay, now everything is passed. If I'm going to refresh my page, okay, and you can able to see there is a target. Inside the target there is a file, and I'm going to take, and I'll copy paste this into your browser. Now we can able to expand here, and you can able to see there is a background executed and scenarios means this background verification. This is normal expression, that's why you are not able to see the properly. Otherwise it will execute for each scenario time, but if it is working for one time, it is running into that particular background place all the steps, then it will execute for each scenario individually. Okay, means the first time it will execute for this scenario, and second time again it will execute for second scenario purpose, and then it will work for that. Okay, this by default it will do proper verification and validation, means every time it will execute for each scenario. This is the purpose we are going to use for background. In this report you are not able to see that each scenario tagging time, but in real time it will work for that each scenario time, and you can able to write the code, and it will by default it will take for these two scenario places, and you can able to implement that also in a very uh, good way. Okay, this is a one login page type for background, and you can able to use in that like one of the step, like you can only have one set of background in the set entire feature file. Just now I told you, right? This entire feature file, where is this one entire this feature file we can able to use one time for background. If you want two or three, then you have to divide into your feature file into two features, then you can able to use for your background. Means if you want to use each scenario time one background, then you need to divide your feature file into number of feature files, then you can be able to use each feature file one background, because this background it will work for one in the future. Means it will, if you are not, if you are going to create a second background, it will not work. You can able to create for one in the background. This is the pretty format we can able to use in. Okay, I hope you understand this background verification, and if you understand, please subscribe my YouTube channel. Don't forget to share your friends and colleagues. Thank you.